Let's talk a little bit about the Chiefs, though, because they are
Yes.
back. They are back. And their offense
Okay.
last night was phenomenal. Patrick Mahomes, 410 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Travis Kelce had a career high in receiving yards with 191 on 10 catches and 2 touchdowns, capped by the game winner. Tyreek Hill added 148 receiving yards on 12 catches with a touchdown. Kind of a quiet 148 for a guy that we're accustomed to having big nights. And we'd been wondering, both of them weren't showing up at the same time. And where's
Right.
the other element of the offense? Well, last night, it's not like somebody else stepped up and had a big game. Patrick Mahomes got the most out of Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, and that's kind of what we had gotten used to seeing from the Chiefs the past few years.
Absolutely. I mean, those are his two best offensive weapons. And when those three are working in concert like they did last night, that's what basically makes the Chiefs impossible to stop. And earlier this season, we saw all kinds of stuff that did not look characteristic of that offense, whether it was Kelce or whether it was Tyreek Hill, the dropping passes. Mahomes and those two guys weren't necessarily on the same page all the time. And when that happens, then yeah, the Chiefs offense is going to look out of sync. And frankly, I thought even for a stretch of that game, Patrick Mahomes didn't look like he was in sync with those two guys, or even with the entire offense, right? I mean, he had that pass that he just threw into the dirt, and I think it's because it's pretty clear he didn't have a good grip on that football. But then once he really started to get going with Travis Kelce, with Tyreek Hill, got that 69-yard pass we're looking at right here, it makes a huge difference. And when those three guys are rolling, they are basically impossible to stop.
Yeah, you know, that throw, every once in a while, when you see the greatest quarterback, arguably in today's game, one of the greats of all time already, and I know that he's had some struggle this year, but he's still very special in what he does. When you see him do that, it's kind of refreshing. It's just a nice reminder that these guys are ultimately human and that they're capable of stepping on a rake from time to time, just like the rest of us do. I could make the throw that Patrick Mahomes made that went right. I'm confident I could make that throw. The problem is I make it far more often than he would. That was a weird thing. There was something with the grip. It reminded me of Brucey from the Longest Yard remake saying, "I just ate popcorn." I mean, something was going on with Patrick Mahomes and the footballs last night. I mean, that's like, I could make that. I could make that throw 10 out of 10 times. So, and otherwise, you take that one away. He had a pretty damn good night. Let's hear a little bit from the victors since we have the sound ready for you. We may as well play it. A little Andy Reid, a little Patrick Mahomes, a little Travis Kelce on what a great night Kelce had.
I mean, I don't think I've ever been part of a walk-off touchdown or anything like that. And so to be in that moment, find him underneath and him making such a dynamic play where, I mean, he cut back, ran by people. I mean, you would think he's old, so he can't run by people, but he's still running by people. And he got in the end zone. It was just a special moment, and I'm glad that, I mean, all that hard work that he puts in every single day is paying off.
For the old man, Kelce, when everybody's talking about him losing a step or being off his game, here he steps up and looked pretty fast to me. Man alive, he was rolling.
Coach Reid always reminds me when I'm feeling a little sore. He always kind of throws a jab at me. He said, "Feel like you're 22 again, baby." And instead of 32, I was 22 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Travis Kelce's been getting it done for a long time, and he was moving very well on that game winner and moved well all night long. What a time to have. Just look at that play. That is amazing. That's like a beauty to just weave through the defense with the game on the line. And good for Travis Kelce. He's always been one of the good guys in the NFL, and people were questioning him this year. Where's he been? What's he doing? Well, he was doing plenty last night, Miles.
Absolutely he was. Look, I think that whenever you're talking about Travis Kelce and losing a step, it could be at your own peril, right? Because this is one of the greatest tight ends who has ever played the game. I don't think that there's any disputing that, considering what he's been able to do over the course of his career. And so we just kind of, sometimes you got to remind people, hey man, I'm still here and I still know what I can do. Look, this guy can continue playing as long as he wants, because he's one of those kinds of veterans now that it's not just the physical skill set, it's also the knowledge of how defenses are going to try to play him, that he can be as crafty as he was, especially on that last touchdown where he knows, all right, well, if I take this angle, then I'm going to have a better shot at beating this guy. And then, hey, they're going to try to come at me from this angle, but let me go this way so I know I can make it to the end zone. It's so fun to watch when he is on like he was last night.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.